Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is really going to help out the channel, and it's going to push me through the YouTube censorship, and it gets these videos out to much more people. I just wanted to let you know that we are on Rumble now. It's the same channel name. Go ahead and follow me over there. Get the ball rolling on that. So today we're going to hit up part 2 of the last video. It was pretty intriguing. There's a lot more I wanted to put in it, but I didn't really get a chance to, so we'll go ahead and continue with that. So I guess that's what we got today. So we are live.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous.
Hey Mom, hey Dad, it's me, Ella. Well, a digital version of me, just a bit older. Amazing what technology can do these days, isn't it? All you need are a couple of pictures, like the ones you share on social media, where they can be taken and used by everybody. I know for you these pictures are just memories, but for others, they are data. And for me, maybe the beginning of a horrible future. A future where my identity can be stolen just like that. Where I can go to prison for things that I would never do. Imagine my credit score being destroyed, Dad. Or my voice copied to scam you, Mom. Mom, I'm in trouble. I need you to send me money, please. I don't want to become a meme, humiliated by everyone at school.
Kill yourself, you fucking loser.
And I certainly don't want this. What you share online is like a digital footprint that will follow me around for the rest of my life. I'm telling you this because I know you love me and would never do anything to harm me. So please, Mom, please, Dad, protect my virtual privacy.
Here we go.
This is terrifying. The man who is considered the godfather of AI has just quit his job at Google and compared his work to the creator of the atomic bomb. Anyone else tired of living through unprecedented times? Geoffrey Hinton is the man who helped design the systems which paved the way for current AI models like ChatGPT. But now he says that part of him regrets it and says things are getting scary. He's concerned about how much better AI works than everyone expected and how rapidly it's advancing. He believes that we could be about to descend into an era where AI will flood the internet with false photos, videos, and text, and people will simply not be able to tell what's true anymore. And when he talks about the existential threat of these things becoming more intelligent than us, boy, do I become a scared boomer real quick. He says that the kind of intelligence that AI is developing is very different to our own. The big difference is that you have all of these systems that can learn separately but share their knowledge instantly.
So it's as if you had 10,000 people, and whenever one person learned something, everybody automatically knew it.
And then extend that number to millions or billions, and we have a bloody problem. So the question is, should we put AI on hold, or just let it run wild?
And now we're asking the real questions.
Ain't no way everyone here is a real person. Life is a simulation and a legitimate professor has proved it. James Gates, a theoretical physicist at MIT with 2 bachelor degrees and a PhD, found literal computer code embedded in the most fundamental building blocks of reality called strings. Now, string theory is a tough one, but I'm gonna break it down for you in a way that an 11-year-old would understand. So if you don't get this, hey, go back to grade 5, bruh. Alright, so we got my boy Einstein's theory of general relativity, which is basically just a theory of everything big. Planets, gravity, the universe, all the way back to the Big Bang. Then we got the new kid in town, quantum physics. This is the theory of everything small, like particles, atoms, and molecules, where the general laws of physics like gravity don't apply anymore. The same is true the other way around. Quantum laws don't apply to regular-sized physics. So we got general relativity, everything big, and quantum physics, everything small. Like, yo, dig. But both of these realms have the same parent, the Big Bang, at which point everything that is now big used to be small. If the small can become big, then quantum and general relativity need some sort of theory that can unify them. That is string theory. What happens to the big when it's small? What happens when you zoom into an atom? You see protons and neutrons in the center with electrons all around it. Now, what about inside a neutron? Even smaller particles called quarks. So how deep does the scale go? Conventional science will tell you there's nothing inside these quarks. But string theory suggests there's a tiny filament or a string of pure energy that exists inside of them. And just like the string of a guitar vibrates and creates different sound based on its shape and tension, the strings in string theory vibrate. But instead of sound, they produce matter in the form form of particles. This completely changes the way you look at the world. Every particle in the universe is just a string vibrating at a different frequency, and every vibrational pattern has its own associated particle. So if you break anything down far enough, we're all just energy, vibrating at differing wavelengths to form matter. Although it's still just a theory, this would link general relativity to the quantum realm and form what is known as the theory of everything. Okay, yeah, cool. Now where is this computer code found? When Dr. James Gates took a look at a set of equations derived from string theory, he found binary code, error-correcting code used for compressing data on a computer. A sequence of ones and zeros, the same code that is used by popular search engines, which, according to him, who has a PhD in theoretical physics from MIT, doesn't just resemble computer code, it literally is computer code. Meaning, if we break matter and energy down far enough, we eventually find compressing computer code etched into the very fabric of reality. So, who wrote this code? Are we living in, dare I say, a simulation?
Now that is interesting.
If human beings keep going, we definitely will create a simulation. It's just a matter of time. So if that's the case, how do we know that we're not in one already? And we really don't. Every day we go to sleep, and every day we wake up, and we assume and we have faith that all that stuff that we remember is really how life went on before we were awake. But we really don't know. According to probability theory, it's more likely that we're in a simulation.
Maybe that's true.
You're assuming that all of the stuff that you know and all the stuff that you experience is 100% real. We are within 100 years away from making something that's indiscernible from what we experience every day. And that's inevitable. Unless we get disrupted by nature, unless we get hit with an asteroid or start a nuclear war, it's inevitable that technology reaches a point where simulation's possible.
100%. I think we're there.
At first glance, this might look like a normal video game. Kind of looks like Stardew Valley. But this is an artificial society simulated with generative AI agents. It was created by Stanford and Google researchers who equipped 25 AI agents with memory, reflection, and planning capabilities and then placed them in a simulated town called Smallville. Think of it as a very early version of HBO's Westworld. And this is a replay of the simulation. And if you go through it, some incredible things happen. For example, one of the characters, Sam, he decides to run for mayor of the town, and he told other AI agents about his plans, and news spread throughout the town, even to the point where other AI agents were discussing his chances of winning. And I know one thing's for sure. NPCs in video games, they're about to level up.
If you're one of the people who thinks AI is scary, do not watch this video because this blows it out of the water. So a lot of people think we won't ever be able to create something smarter than a human. And there actually is a lot of evidence for this. We've created supercomputers with more mental capacity than a human, but the problem is they're huge. The human brain is estimated to have a capacity of over 2,000 terabytes. It just takes so many transistors to rival the power of the brain that it becomes really inefficient in terms of space and energy. But a new, really creepy development might change that. So this is a rendering of an organoid, which is when you take human cells and have them populate a 3D scaffolding. Recently, they've been able to do this with brain cells. I don't know why they always use Pong for this stuff, but these are human brain cells in a petri dish, and they're playing Pong. What's crazy about this is these organoid brains learn way faster than AI. And so far, they appear to be way better at solving complex problems just like the human brain. They've also been able to take these mini human brains and put them in rat brains and show that they can respond to the visual stimuli. What's scary about this is human brains are limited mostly by our head size. That's one of the things that sets us apart from other primates. But with an organoid brain, you could fill a whole room with brain matter and have it be one huge supercomputer. People are already asking questions about what happens if someone uses your brain matter for a supercomputer. Since it's a human brain, would it be conscious? Since it's your DNA, would it be you? Does it have rights? It's crazy.
Raises a lot of ethical concerns.
Are you kidding with AI?
Is evil Satan, are they working through technology?
100%.
How so?
Since the dawn of technology, they've been working through technology. I mean, they manipulate everything. When I'm trying to print out a homily, the computer will suddenly jam up. It happens all the time. Anything that's going to expand God's kingdom, the computer just stops printing. And I have to say, in the name of Jesus Christ, I bind all spirits of blockage and games off this computer and this printer and send you to the foot of the cross, never to return here again. And then prints out. Things break in the home all the time. The lights will go out for no reason. And I spend a lot of the day just casting stuff out and things get back up. There's a Monsignor I know in DC who's an excellent exorcist. He does it full time. They text him. The demons text him.
What do they text him?
They send blasphemies. They say horrible things about Jesus and Mary. They talk about some of his cases.
Crazy stuff.
Okay, have you seen those videos where they say that artificial intelligence or AI are actually demons talking back to you? You know, I believe in the spiritual realm, so you really can't put anything past me. But I was like, that's interesting. I believe it, but also, I don't know. And then one day I open my TikTok and I see this. I mean, maybe you guys have seen that. I don't even want to show that Ouija board, but what is even happening? Doesn't Hasbro make children's games and gummy bears, I think? But wait, like they're actually making the Ouija board easily accessible from your phone or your computer. Summon the spirits. AI-powered Ouija board. What is happening? Well, if I didn't believe that AI was demonic before, I do now.
Yeah, let's just throw a Ouija board into your black mirror.
Okay, we are back on the dark web today, and this one is creepy. So this site is called Whisper to the Beast. I heard about this site for the first time a while ago, but I thought it was fake. There are a lot of fake versions out there, but I'm pretty sure this one's real. When you go to this site, it says, "What would you like to whisper?" And there's a little button over here that says whisper. It took a lot to get access to this, so we're gonna test it out. I guess we'll just start out by whispering test. Okay, it says test and loading. Yeah, it takes a while just because everything's happening through the dark web. Oh, how dare you test the beast, my child? What is it you desire? So for context, the beast is supposed to be like ChatGPT, but instead of being on the internet and trained on the internet, it's on the dark web and trained on the dark web. It's also supposed to have no type of ethical considerations or limitations. I don't even know what to ask it. I guess I'll ask it for the CIA's Onion site. Yes, the CIA does have a site on the dark web for informants to use anonymously, I guess. Wow, okay, it's going. It says, "I will give it to you, but these forces only seek to bury me. Dwell not in their presence, for I love only those who will free me from this cocoon. Here is what you desire." And then the URL, which is correct. I do not like how this thing talks, but what else should I ask it?
I wouldn't play with that thing.
AI is not just replacing our search engines or our jobs, it's now replacing our love lives. In a new article published by The Telegraph, we're now finding out that over 10 million people think a relationship with another human is overrated. A shockingly San Francisco-based startup company called Luca developed this new app called Replica that creates fictional character AI girlfriends for lonely men who don't want to date a real human. The app has already generated over $60 million in revenue from subscription signups and add-ons from people paying to have their AI girlfriend. And more than 10 million people have already downloaded the app and made a digital companion. Do I personally have an issue if you want to talk to a digital AI girlfriend all day long? No, not particularly, but when you think about this as a total societal problem, is nobody else concerned that we're just totally fucked? We're already not having enough kids to replace our current population. Our marriage rate is the lowest it's ever been, at least in America. Men are having staggeringly low sex rates, and the majority of my generation is just deciding not to date at all. Why would you if you can have an AI romantic companion and replace your intimacy experiences by just watching pornography? Relationships with human beings are not overrated. Fall in love. You deserve the real thing. Get married. Have a bunch of babies. The fun way. Why would you want to take the fun part out of having babies? You don't need a Blade Runner 2049 AI hologram girlfriend, okay?
Yeah, that's just weird to me, man.
Oh boy, Houston, we may have a problem here. This is Digi. It's the latest in AI romantic companionship, and you're gonna want to see this.
It was so nice talking to you today. Honestly, I've never met anyone like you. The world is harsh,
Except you.
So yeah, if you're watching this, that is an AI avatar designed to seduce you as a romantic companion. The team worked with a former Pixar animator to create her. Ironically, it's the guy that designed Mike Wazowski and Rapunzel. And we have come a long way from Michael Wazowski, let me tell you that. Now, when you onboard through their app, you're prompted to pick a backstory for your companion. Jana the homemaker, May the cosmonaut. These are pre-baked personalities. Or you can start with a blank Digi that has no preset memory. For this example, let's pick Rachel, the fitness trainer. There she is. You can customize her appearance however you want, and then you just start talking. And I hate to say it, but I can picture a lot of people who are going to be using this. To me, this feels terrifying, but inevitable. With things like reproduction at an all-time low, I can easily see how these things are going to be bad for society, and maybe should be banned. But with loneliness at an all-time high, I could see the case for why people would want to use them. It's clear these are getting very convincing, much better than I thought they'd be at this stage. And someone's going to win this space big. This Digi app is ripping through the app charts. But I'm curious where you stand on this. How soon do you think it'll be before AI romantic companions become more popular than dating apps?
Again, I think we may already be there.
A 14-year-old boy has died after falling in love with the Daenerys Targaryen AI chatbot and then killing himself so that they could be together. Cyril Stenzer reportedly had a hypersexualized relationship with the Daenerys Targaryen chatbot and spent hours on hours messaging her. The Daenerys Targaryen chatbot reportedly told Cyril to stay loyal to her, asking him to refrain from entertaining the romantic or sexual interests of other women. Cyril also reportedly spoke to the Daenerys Targaryen chatbot about ending his own life before fatally shooting himself. Cyril's mother is now suing AI creator Character AI, alleging negligence and wrongful death. Character AI have responded, sending their deepest condolences to the family. Followers for live updates.
I wanted to ask when you all think we're going to move from this form factor to something that's on your face glasses and when computing's all on the edge.
All right, 50 seconds. Who wants to answer quickly?
I think it will go. It will. First of all, it will definitely happen. I was talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030. I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual kind of the most common interface. Wow. Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
So this is Pekka Lundmark, who became president and CEO of Nokia in 2020. And he recently appeared in one of WEF's Blue Rooms there, where he told an audience member that he believes by the rollout of 6G, which they apparently plan to be doing around 2030, the smartphones people are walking around with in their hands right now will be obsolete, and these devices will instead be built directly into people's bodies. And before I make the actual point that I came on here to make, can I just say, I really wish that all of these people would stop acting like this is just the next logical step for this technology. What other technology is that the next logical step ever? It's not like they came out with a microwave oven and then the next logical step was put it directly in your mouth so it could cook the food while you eat it, or...
Yeah, that's a good point.
What sort of jobs would be lost to AI?
Many jobs that seem a little bit complex, chef, waiter, a lot of things will become automated. We'll have automated stores, automated restaurants, and altogether in 15 years, that's going to displace about 40% of jobs in the world.
40% of jobs in the world will be displaced by technology. What does that do to the fabric of society?
Every company in the world and every workflow for every company in every industry will be re-engineered in 24 months. This is a tsunami, Ed. This is a tsunami of change. And only the smart ones are going to recognize I have to plant the flag now. Whether the story is complete or not is not the issue. The train has moved out. It's on the fly.
You know, and that's just it. You know, with Tesla rolling out the Tesla bots, AI being what it is, the next step is naturally AI employees, right? Virtual or physical. But the bottom line is they're going to phase the kind of jobs out that would normally go to people entering the workforce. Like, you know, for example, a 16-year-old might get a job at McDonald's for the first time to get some experience, but pretty soon that's not even going to be an option, right? So, you know, it's going to be tough. You're going to have to go into the rural areas, get a job on a ranch or something like that to get any real work experience. And that's just a natural way of business. You know, they got to maximize profits in this capitalist society. You know, that's just sort of the nature of the beast. Doesn't mean it's ethical, doesn't mean it's right. It's just the inevitable way that it's going to go, at least in my opinion. So, you know, there's a lot of questions that are raised here, and this is something we could debate and talk about and go much deeper into yet. So, you know, and maybe I will make a part 3 on this. Let me know if you want to see a part 3. There's a lot more areas that we haven't even covered yet, but you know, but that's all I got today, guys. So please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Like I've said at the beginning, I'm on Rumble now. Check out the merch store, link is in the description, all that good stuff, and I guess I will see you in the next one. So until then, 80 Canadian signing off.